The following is a presentation of the IH Sports Network. You're listening to the Monday Night Roundtable. For the next 2 hours, we'll talk local high school sports with the voice of the Oneida Indians, Tim Smith.
10-5, touchdown, Indians.
Give me the corners, 2 scores, baby.
Give me the corners.
The voice of the Scott Highlanders, Rick Keaton.
Throw the ball, has a receiver long upfield, chasing it down. Made by Rylan Griffith. And he'll take it all the way to the end zone.
Produced by the IH Sports Network, the Roundtable begins now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Roundtable on the IH Sports Network. We are live tonight at the C. Michael A. Technology Center in Helenwood. I am Ben Garrett, joined as always by the voice of the Oneida Indians, Tim Smith, the voice of the Scott Highlanders, Rick Keaton. We've got a full lineup of guests coming your way tonight, but we'll start off, as we always do, by sort of recapping the past week. And Tim, I'm going to swing over to you first. Been a busy week for Oneida. They've played 3 games in the last 7 days. They got a sweep of Jellicoe in district play on Friday, a non-district sweep against Midway on Monday, and then a non-district sweep of Eagleton on Tuesday. It felt like, we talked last week about the Lady Indians and how well they're doing. It felt like a good week for the Oneida Indians, a Jellicoe team that we thought maybe could give them some trouble. They took care of that. They beat a Midway team that had beaten them early in their season, and then completed a sweep of an Eagleton team that's really been their nemesis for the past couple of years.
I mean, there's no doubt it was a great week for the Indians. It had a great start to the Jellicoe game, had a shaky finish at the end of it. 4.5 minutes to go, and I think it was about 14-point lead. And Jellicoe had a good look at that basket for a three-pointer that would have tied it, and it tried to go down there. Very giving rims up in Jellicoe, but the Indians do come away with that win, and it's a great response to what had happened earlier that week at Cosby. So the Indians then, like you say, take care of business against Midway, which had beaten them earlier in December down at Midway. So yeah, a great week for the Indians, and so they almost can take a breath, I guess, but they've got 3 big ones coming up as well in Coalfield tomorrow night. It's never easy to go play at Coalfield. I know there's been some changes in the roster, changes at coaching at Coalfield for the boys. So they're in a tough spot right now. The Indians are going to try to go in and take advantage of that, but sometimes teams rally in those situations. Then Tuesday night, they will have a home game against Oliver Springs. That was an overtime game over at their place. And then next Friday night, a trip to Sunbright. So by winning that Jellicoe game, Oneida really gave themselves not just some breathing room, but kind of a mulligan in this district race with a spotless record against Jellicoe and Sunbright. So if they can go to Sunbright and steal one, that's going to be even better. But you want to take care of business between now and then. Coalfield and Oliver Springs. Oliver Springs still haven't won a district game. Who would have thought that at this point in the season? But, we're going to get their best shot. On the girls' side, they just keep it rolling. They're working together and doing a great job. And these weren't huge wins over teams that were, that they weren't favored over. They were favored over all 3. And obviously Eagleton's very weak. The Lady Blue Devils in Jellicoe, they're not a strong team either, but the Lady Indians had probably their best half of basketball working together at Jellicoe. Had a good game against Midway on Monday. So Coach Marv West's just going to try to keep building on that, but they'll tell you, everything is about tomorrow night for them, trying to deal with the Coalfield Lady Yellow Jackets. Coalfield's the favorite, till you beat the man, it means nothing. Or the woman in this case, the Lady Yellow Jackets, they're the team. And well coached, a lot of good players. They're going to be at home, so you're supposed to protect your home court. If Oneida could be able to go in there and get a win at Coalfield, it would be huge. So we'll see. Coalfield's got 16 wins. Oneida's got 15. And then the Lady Indians after that one are going to have this same run, Oliver Springs and Sunbright to come. So, if they could get a win Friday night, that will be awfully huge for them. As big for them, if not probably bigger than the win the Indians had at Jellicoe. So both teams still sitting undefeated in the district, playing well, had a good week, but tomorrow night begins really a new week and new challenges.
Well, you mentioned the Coalfield game tomorrow night. Huge district game on the girls' side especially. 2 teams undefeated in the district. Tomorrow night, after tomorrow night, there will just be 1. So you mentioned that Coalfield's got 16 wins, Oneida's got 15 wins. Do you feel like, and this is probably a question for the players, but I'm going to ask Tim Smith, do you feel like that Oneida goes into that game with a little bit of chip on their shoulder? Because everybody would tell you that the district goes through these 2 teams, but Coalfield's the team that gets all the talk, and rightfully so. I mean, they're a defending state tournament team, but maybe sometimes players don't look at it that way.
I don't really feel – I can't tell you if they feel disrespected or not. I don't know how they feel. I hope not. I mean, but as a high school student or, as a coach, Coach Marv West, he's won a lot of games. And so I don't think he feels disrespected, but I think he certainly understands this is a moment to try to prove yourself, put up or shut up, in a way, with this game with Coalfield. So it's not going to be one on whether I'm disrespected or upset. It's going to be one on what you do on the floor tomorrow night. Who's better prepared? Who's ready to go? Who's locked in and focused? And both these coaches are able to get their teams locked in and focused. I mean, Coalfield, they had a loss this past week, but it was to Van Buren County. That was a state tournament appearance team last year. They beat Van Buren in Coalfield in a close game. They lost really bad at Van Buren, but, traveling, and that can be tough. So they're going to be coming off of that loss that I'm sure Coach Wright has used to motivate the practices and get them ready for Oneida. So I don't think it's lost on anybody how important that game is for both of those teams tomorrow night as far as the district goes. Now, when you widen out and look at the bigger picture, these 2 teams are probably I would say not this. Maybe the other teams get disrespected by this, but I would say it's hard to see a situation where Oneida and Coalfield aren't both in the sub-state sectional, one traveling and one at home. I mean, I think these 2 are destined to clash in the regular season, in the district tournament, and in the region tournament. And when I look at the teams that are in the mix, again, maybe they use this that I'm disrespecting them. I don't mean to, but I just don't see a team that's going to be able to stir up the nest on either of those 2 teams.
Well, and then it gets real, by the way. Getting that home sub-state game, if it comes to that, it's going to be big because when you look at what's waiting in Upper East Tennessee. All right, we'll have that game tomorrow night, one half of our doubleheader. Scott High will be the other half. And, Rick, a disappointing night last Friday night at home for Scott High against Clinton. Clinton came in. They got the sweep. And then on Tuesday night, Scott High had a big night against Union County. They get a pair of wins. We talked about it before that game. It was a good opportunity for Scott High, for both teams to build momentum. Maybe it didn't look like it early for the Lady Highlanders, but they rallied from 13 down, really played well in the second half, got the win. And then the guys, finally, we've been waiting to see the guys just come out and put somebody away and not have any drama, and they did that against Union County.
Tuesday night was a big game for both our teams. One, for the girls to get the win, 3-1 in the district, sitting there tied with only the 1 loss in the district. And so that's very good, very important for them. They've got 4 more games as we start going through the district again. We've got 4 more games, and only 1 of the 4 will be at home. So that's where we think we play the best at, but we've got to start going on the road to Anderson County. Clinton is certainly a tough place to play, and then up at Union County. For the boys, we've been waiting on them to show that we can be a top dog in this district, and the same is true. But we've got to go to Anderson County there in Clinton, and those are tough places to play boys basketball at. And still got to go to Union County with Gibbs coming here. I can honestly see our boys, if we played the way we did on Tuesday night, I can honestly see them maybe run the table in the district. That would be huge. That could take them to a 1, 2, 3 seed, which would be huge. And all the girls have to do is go out and take care of a little bit of business. Go out and pick up another win over Union County, get the win at home over Gibbs. Then they just got Anderson County and Clinton. Already beat Anderson County 1 time. We thought Anderson County was maybe making a run until Tuesday night, and they only scored about 26 or 28 points in a loss Tuesday night. So I still think the Lady Highlanders have a chance to pick up 2, maybe 3 wins in the district, and that would really set them in a nice spot heading into the district tournament. The boys, they're going to have to earn it. They're going to have to play a little bit harder. But what we saw the other night with the girls, we saw 3 girls step up and score, and the other 2 starters supplemented that, and on the boys' side, it's who's going to be the I don't want to say big dog tonight, but who's the guy that's going to come out? Who's the guy that's going to get the points? Who's the guy that's going to be second in scoring? And then what else are we going to do? Are we going to play defense? Are we going to rebound well? Are we going to protect the basketball? You saw the Highlanders do that the other night. I think maybe only 5 or 6 turnovers in the game against Union County. And Union County's got a couple of what I would consider all-district boys players on that team. So can't take anybody lightly. So tomorrow night, big night on the road at Anderson County. Got to follow that up on Tuesday with a trip to Clinton. Tough basketball in front of both teams, and I can see potential wins. I could see picking up the wins, the pair of wins tomorrow night. I could see maybe picking up the Clinton win for the boys, but the girls will have to do something special at Clinton. But everybody thought Clinton girls couldn't be beaten. They can. If you play the game and if you protect the basketball. I think protecting the basketball is the biggest thing when it comes to Clinton girls right now. You've got to stay away from their pressure.
So tomorrow night, the second half of our upset is going to be, our second half of our doubleheader is going to be Scott High and Anderson County. I was getting ahead of myself. When these two teams last met at Highlander Gymnasium, the Lady Highlanders got the upset. Tomorrow night, if they can get another win against Anderson County, they go a long ways towards securing at least the 2 seed in the district, which doesn't mean a whole lot for the district tournament. It just matters if you're the 2 seed or the 3 seed. It's who wears white on Anderson County's home floor.
You got to stay away from that playing game.
Yeah,
You've got
that
to stay
too.
away from that.
That does matter. So, and then on the boys' side, Anderson County, we thought that was an upset the last time that these two teams played. But at this point, and we talked about it at the time, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Anderson County's the man. But at this point, clearly you can't consider it an upset anymore. Scott High is the team that's got to go in tomorrow night with something to prove.
Bring the A game. They have to bring the A game tomorrow night, and I have no reason to think that they can't. I think with each game, Coach Ellis is finding the areas that we have to improve and improve and improve. And it's, if he's asking somebody to step up their scoring, he's doing that. If he's asking somebody to play better defense, he's doing that. And so far, I see the team responding.
All right, we'll take a break. We want to thank, as always, Little's Drugs and Fountain for sponsoring this first segment of the Roundtable. When we come back, we'll dive a little deeper into Lady Highlander basketball as the Roundtable continues. Welcome back to the Roundtable on the IH Sports Network alongside Tim Smith and Rick Heaton. I'm Ben Garrett, and we're joined now by 2 Lady Highlanders who are just freshmen but already making a big impact. We've got Maya Smith and Kim Caldwell. And now Tim Smith said that Sage Risden looks like Kim Caldwell, head coach of the Lady Vols. That's a compliment. But anyway, so first thing before I let Rick take this, I got to ask you guys. I saw you sitting back there and you were playing paper, rock, scissors. Were you trying to figure out who had to sit next to Rick?
It's okay. That's fine.
No, we're just playing.
Are you? Because I saw her win 2 out of 3, and she's sitting next to Tim.
Yeah, but she's out in left field.
But we put the Smiths on that side of the table.
That's what it is.
I was there, and they're neighbors too. So is there? Well, not your grandpa's neighbor with Tim. So is there a relation there? Are you related to Tim?
No.
That would be a compliment. Tim's a nice guy, sort of. All right.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any connection either. So there's a lot of Smiths, right?
Yeah.
First of all, welcome to the round table. A lot of years we don't get down into the freshman level, but this year we've got a lot of freshmen on the Lady Highlanders team. You have become a starter. Sage, you're first person in, typically off the bench, night to night. Tell us, first of all, what's the step up been like for you from the middle school level a year ago to the high school level and some of the more experienced teams that have a whole bunch of seniors that you play against this year? I'll start with Maya across the way.
At the beginning of the year, it was definitely rough, but I've definitely adapted to it as the seasons went on. Pretty good.
What about you, Sage?
I think I've adjusted to it pretty well.
What has been the number one and the number two things that you've had to adjust to?
Probably the speed and the pressure.
You mean like full court pressure and the defensive pressure?
Yeah, defensive pressure is a lot more intense.
What about you, Maya?
It's definitely a lot more physical than middle school, and definitely the speed of it too.
Oh, you proved the physicality last week when with a headset, I don't hear much on, but I would almost swear that I heard you when you got rolled into say, "Oh, this hurts." And I mean, so we thought that it was pretty bad. You had to be helped off, but 2 minutes later, you're back in the game. Talk to us about what motivated you to get back out there and say, "Hey, it's not too bad."
I just wanted to finish off the game. Like, just in case it was something serious, I just wanted to finish the game. I don't think it is anything serious, but, yeah.
Sage coming off the bench, trying to help. You get into a rotation a little bit there. Yourself, Carly, Mai, talk to us about coming off the bench, and is there a point in the game that you'd like to say, "Hey, this is where I need to be on the floor"?
No, not really. Just whenever Coach Jaden's ready to put me in.
Okay. The adjustment, I want to go back to the adjustment from the 8th grade to now your 9th grade as a freshman and about 18 games into the season. One or two things that you would like to get better on between now and the end of the season and then work on after the season?
Probably just my shooting and ball handling.
Ball handling?
Yeah.
How about you, Mai?
I definitely need to work on my ball handling, and I probably need to start driving the ball a lot more.
Okay. Which one of the girls, or two or three, you can name whoever you want to, throw a little effort their way right there that's helped you on the team this year?
I think all the girls have really pitched in and been a big help.
Mm-hmm.
I think the same.
Okay. Tuesday night, Union County. You weren't too sure, I think, going into the game. Hadn't seen Union County. You knew they had one really good player, the number 4, the Collins girl. What was your game plan? How did you want to attack Union County? Because the team needed to get off to a good start.
We really just needed to shut number 4 down because she was pretty much their whole team on offense. So.
And was that Coach Aiden's sort of game plan?
Yeah.
28 points, but I mean, she had 15 or 16 of those in the first half. So I would say that worked out pretty well. Who had to guard her the most?
My Sharp.
Okay. As you think about the game the other night, and you think about how we came out after halftime, what was said in the locker room? Was it players, Sage? Was it Coach Aiden? Was it the assistant coaches that sort of said, "Hey, we've got a chance. Let's go out and play real good in the second half"?
I think it was just everybody. Everybody just decided that we needed to get together and go out there and be strong.
Be strong. Defensively, there was a real strong effort in the second half. Who led the defense, you think, on the team?
I don't really think anyone really led it. I think that everyone just brought energy and then just went up from there.
How about you, Ma? Who do you feel brought the energy in the second half?
I think Callie brings the energy, like a lot of games. So, she definitely, yeah, I think she brought the energy.
And she did have one of her better games on the season in terms of scoring and rebounding, especially the other night.
Yeah, and my Sharp had a lot of assists to Addie, and just I think that really helped to get the energy up.
What's it like to play with an Addie Rogers, who is a pretty good size post player inside? What's it like to play with her, Mike?
I love playing with her. It's fun.
It's fun. How about you, Sage?
She's a really big help, and I really enjoy playing with her.
And not to put anybody on the spot, who's the best player on our team that can get entry passes into Addie when she's posting?
I think my Smith is pretty good at it, but all the girls are really good too.
I think everyone is pretty good at it.
Which would you girls prefer to have? 6 assists in a game or 5 3-pointers in a game?
I'd rather have 6 assists.
That surprised me. But how about you, Sage?
6 assists.
I was really trying to bait my there with the 5 3-pointers.
How about this? How about tomorrow night? You have 6 assists. You have 5 3-pointers like you did the last time against Anderson County, and it'll be a good night.
Yep.
What have you been working on this week to prepare for Anderson County tomorrow night?
We've just been working on the game plan, working on little things just to help us come out with a win.
Who do we have to defend well on the Anderson County team tomorrow night?
Definitely Bassford. She's their offense.
She's their offense, 1,000-point scorer and thing like that. We don't have to totally shut her down, though. I mean, it's what we can do with the other players. You can let Bassford have her 18 points a game, but the other players, who else do we need to stop other than Bassford? Tough to figure it out when I'm asking that question, sort of a cold question there like that you don't have to worry about. What's Coach Aiden say about tomorrow night? What's he been saying about road trip, district game, and everything tomorrow night?
He's ready. I think he's excited. We're all pretty excited.
Ben's going to ask, do either one of you do an impression of Coach Aiden?
No.
So,
Does anybody on the team do an impression?
Addie Rogers, she's really good at it.
Why are you stealing my questions, Rick?
Well, because I want to ask it, but you beat me to it
I
so
don't
much.
steal your questions.
I don't know what I'm going to ask, so therefore, I want to say good luck tomorrow night. We'll be there with the broadcast, but I think it's a big game for Lady Highlanders. My final question for both of you: if you pick up the win tomorrow night, that may be 4 wins in the district. Did you foresee that when the season started, that we could have 4, maybe 6, 7 wins in the district?
I thought it would be tough, but I still believe that we could.
Still, how about yours?
I knew we could do it. I knew we would be able to.
I like her. Yeah.
So, Maya, where were your middle school days spent? Who did you play for?
My 6th grade year, I played at Birchfield, but then I moved to Huntsville.
Okay. And Sage?
I've played for Dusty
At
Huntsville.
At Huntsville?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were a Lady Ram for a time, and both of you are Lady Bears. So the transition, and we've got a freshman and sophomore coming up next. I mean, a lot of young players getting a lot of playing time, important minutes for both these teams. But tell me this, in talking about not basketball, but going from Huntsville to Scott High, and you've got all the different schools combined in there. What was that tougher, or was the transition in basketball tougher?
Probably the transition in basketball.
It was. What about class-wise? Have you got any teachers that have made you feel welcome or made it easier for you as you started Scott High? Who will you shout out a teacher that's really made you feel welcome there?
I really like Miss Rogers. She's real nice.
Okay. What about Sage?
Definitely Miss Amy Jones.
Miss Amy Jones. What does she teach?
Math.
Math. And what does Miss Rogers teach?
Physical science.
Physical science. All right. So a chance now as freshmen to get a lot of playing time for 4 years. What do you think, the future holds for Lady Highlander basketball over these next 4 years? What goals have you set for yourself in that?
I think we'll grow to be a really good basketball team.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Do you have any personal goals that you're hoping to achieve in the next 4 years?
Yeah, I really just want to get stronger at ball handling, and I need to start driving the ball more, definitely.
You always got hit with the question first. You did a great job. Sage, you've had time to think about it. So I know you're going to do a good job, too. What about your personal goals and the team goals in the next 4 years? What do you see?
I think we're going to be a really successful team. And I just really work on my ball handling and get better at shooting.
All right.
Okay, so we got 4 minutes before we got to get into a break. I got a lot of questions for you guys to fit in those 4 minutes, okay? So, first of all, Maya, I want to say that when you went down with the injury the other night, I turned to H during a commercial break, and I said, there's no doubt when I saw the replay, and the girl came into the side of your knee. That's a torn ligament. So, I was really happy to see you come back out there. That was great.
By the way, that was H on the other side of it. He didn't turn to me.
Well, they look just alike, and so
exactly.
that's why I was pointing at Rick. My Anderson County tomorrow night. Last time that these two teams played, I mentioned it a minute ago, 5 of 5. I think you were 5 of 5, but you definitely had 5 3-point shots in that game. Scott High doesn't win the game without your shooting from the outside. When you get on a roll like that, that's not the only game this year you've had 5 3-pointers in. You don't look like a freshman. I mean, you're shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. So how have you gained that confidence, first of all? And I also want to know who taught you to shoot the long ball.
I think I gained the confidence in the summer during like the JV games and stuff. And I say Dusty taught me to shoot the long ball. He let me shoot a lot of those in middle school. So.
Okay. So, Sage, you guys were both asked by Rick about an older player on the team who's helped you, and you both gave diplomatic answers. You said they all helped. So I'm going to ask you another question, and you can't be diplomatic. You got to pick one out. So you guys come in this year as freshmen. Now sometimes it's hard as freshmen because the seniors, they pick on you a little bit. And you guys have only got one senior, and that's Carly, and she's not going to pick on anybody. But there are other players who are veterans on this team, like Callie and Addie. Even though Addie's just a sophomore, seems like she's been there forever. What one player were you, I'm going to make Maya answer this too, what one player were you really afraid of when you came in for the first day of summer practice?
I really wasn't afraid of anyone.
Really? Were you afraid of Coach Yaten?
No, not really.
Stevie?
No.
Really?
Serena?
No.
She's not scary. How about it, Maya?
I really wasn't afraid of anyone either.
They were ready to bring their A game.
I don't know that I'm
to high
buying
school
these
level.
answers. Maya, there are two Mayas on the team. You've got Maya Smith and you've got Maya Sharp. Coach Yaten likes to yell. I know that no one's ever accused him of that, but he does like to yell. So, by the way, you guys don't realize how much he's mellowed out. Like, he's always been a teddy bear off the court, Rick. You know that. Mm-hmm. But he used to actually yell at his players during the game. But anyway, so when you mess up, he can't say Maya, and he can't even say Maya S. So what does he do? What does he call you? Does he just say Smith and Sharp?
Yeah.
Yep. You want to tackle that impression of Rusty Yaten?
No.
How about it, Sage?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Because everybody says Addie, and we got Addie here. She said absolutely not until she's a senior. Coach Yaten, I can testify to this, and I will testify in court. Coach Yaten said, you guys have got the green light. Anybody on the team wants to come in here and imitate him, they've got the green light. One last opportunity. All right. Sage Risden and Maya Smith, good luck at Anderson County. Big game tomorrow night, and I think we're going to get another win against the Mavericks. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll flip to Oneida Lady Indian basketball. Welcome back to the Roundtable on the IH Sports Network. Tim Smith, Rick Keaton, I'm Ben Garrett. Thank you for joining us tonight. And now we're going to talk Oneida Lady Indian basketball. We were just joined by two of the freshmen from Scott High, and now we've got two youngsters from Oneida as well. We've got a freshman in Tinley Jeffers, and we've got a sophomore, grizzled old veteran now in Kendall Duncan. And so thank both of y'all for being here. And first I got to ask, did you guys play paper, rock, scissors to see who has to sit next to Tim?
No.
Because they did. Okay, Tim.
So I want to start off. This is your all's first time on the round table, right? Kendall, you weren't here last year, buddy?
No.
Right, okay. And I want to apologize to Tinley up front because in the game on Friday night, I called her Tinsley. I don't know how many times. A lot. She's not going to cut me a break on that, and you shouldn't. So I realized it like when I got home and I was going to go to sleep, and I thought, I called her Tinsley. So I want to apologize to you on the air for that, and hopefully I'll do better, but, I'm probably going to mess up something. Anyway,
Hold up. If we're setting a precedent that you got to apologize every time you call someone the wrong name, Rick is going to be a busy guy next round table.
You got that right.
Well, I just
Sorry, Rick.
want to
Carry
set that out there.
The truth's the truth, right?
All right. So, Kendall, I don't think I've messed your name up this year. Hopefully, you can correct me if I have.
I don't
but
think so.
He just did, didn't he?
So,
Did he not? Just now? Yes, you
Kendall?
did. You called her Tinley.
no, I
No.
said Kendall.
He said Kendall.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
We're gonna have to go to the tape. I'm good on this one. I said Kendall, right? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
He did.
Don't let him.
Kendall is so nervous right now. You got to ease into
Okay.
it.
All right. So, Kendall, you had something in common with Tinley, and that's that last year you played a lot as a freshman. So, were you surprised with how much playing time you got last year as a freshman?
I actually was really surprised. I didn't think I was going to get to play at all.
Yeah. And so, what do you think? Why do you think the reason was that you got so much playing time?
Well, a lot of people quit, so a lot of our freshmen had to step up, and I was one of them, and I was doing good shooting-wise too.
So now, and some people don't know this, but there's no juniors on the Oneida team. So
Mhm.
we got this senior class this year. There's no juniors, and so then it's sophomores and freshmen remaining there. So in that year last year, what do you feel like you learned that you were able to bring into this year from that freshman year? What's something that you didn't maybe didn't know about playing in a high school game, and now this year it paid off having all that experience?
Well, my 8th grade year, I didn't really shoot like at all. I just shot layups. I was a post. And then my freshman year, I realized I could shoot the 3-ball.
Mm-hmm.
And really from there, I just kept on shooting, and it's been pretty good.
Okay, and then I'm going to get to Tinley next, but the last question I have is, you went from your freshman year, you're playing against AA teams, you're playing against Gatlinburg, Pittman, and Alcoa, and then now this year it's single A teams. What do you think has been the biggest difference in the teams you've played this year?
Well, from AA, they were all just really competitive and a lot bigger than us because we had a small team. But going back down to 1A, we've had a lot of opportunity and ways to, like, step up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So, all right. So, Tinley, coming in this year, did you expect to be playing as much as you are?
No, not at all.
Okay. What do you attribute that to? Why do you think you've been on the floor that much?
Because my rebounds.
Rebounds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would argue there's more than just rebounding. I think Tinley has a skill that I don't see any others utilizing. And I've seen it more in the last couple of games. And even this week, I wasn't physically at the games, but I watched the games midway in Eagleton. And you take the shot inside the arc. A lot of people have to be behind the three-point line or down in the paint. That's fair game for you to shoot anywhere in there. Have you done that your whole career?
Yeah, I don't shoot 3-pointers at all.
Okay, and so, but you shoot long-range shots. I mean, you're just maybe a step inside the three-point line sometimes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and on the baseline. So a lot of times people don't even guard that much. Do you find that people slip off? They think you're not going to shoot it, and then that's when you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got that shot there, and then the rebounding this year. And talk a little bit about the coaching. Coach Marv West, first year, your first experience with him. He asked the Sky High ladies if they were scared of Coach Aiden. Were you scared going in? Coach
Yeah, I
West?
was very scared.
What makes him scary?
I don't know. I just heard stories about it.
Okay. Are you still a little scared of him?
No.
Okay. All right. So, and this is his last year. So, how does that feel? I mean, you're just getting there, and it's going to be his last year coaching.
I don't know. It's kind of sad because I started liking him a lot.
Yeah. So, what do you feel like, or who on this team has welcomed you in as a freshman and been like a mentor, the person that made you feel most comfortable on the team?
Ellie.
Ellie?
Yeah.
So a senior.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm going to ask you, Kendall, you were last year, this year, the team, Coach West talks about it a lot in the postgame, talks about how you all get along, how you seem to like each other, and that doesn't happen all the time. What do you attribute that to?
Well, we all just have really good chemistry, and we can go out like wherever, and I guess that just transfers onto the court. The passes get there. I mean, we all just get along really well.
Usually something like that, you've heard the phrase maybe starts at the top. Usually you have to have somebody that is leading the way, and it seems like the senior class is a nurturing group. That, I mean, they want to keep you all together and playing together well. Talk about your seniors.
Well, Ellie, she's just really she gets the team going, and then Cameron, she's great at ball handling, and she gets the passes there. And Larissa, for having a bad day or anything, she just steps up and she makes the easy shots.
Tinley, how would you describe these seniors and what they've meant in your growth as a basketball player this year?
They help us a lot with their 3-pointers, and then Larissa with her post moves are amazing.
So now you said you don't shoot 3-pointers, but we have a lot of 3-point shooters on this team. Kendall, last I knew, you were over 50% on 3-pointers. Is it still? Do you even look at that?
I haven't looked at it recently, but it was good in the beginning of the year.
I can't imagine it's changed much. It doesn't seem like you're missing a lot. What does that bring to the team? The fact that you can just kick it out to somebody and they're knocking those threes down.
It feels amazing because I can just throw it to someone and they'll hit it their shots.
Okay. Now you're a freshman this year. You've never played Coalfield. Tomorrow night's going to be the first time you play Coalfield. So I'm sure you've heard about the Lady Yellow Jackets from the Lady Indians. What have you heard?
That they're really aggressive.
Okay. What do you think is going to be the toughest challenge for you going into their place and playing against them?
Probably my defense. I need to get better at it.
Okay. I think the rebounding is going to be big. We need you to keep cleaning the glass, as they say on that. Kendall, you've dealt with them a couple of times, not beating Coalfield. They played a close game up here, lost pretty wide margin down there. What do you think about this game going tomorrow night?
Well, I think it's going to be a lot closer than it was last year because we've got a lot of shooters. But also, if we don't play defense, it could get out of hand.
Mm-hmm. Did you think going into the season that it would be this type of situation? You're undefeated going into the Coalfield game. Were you pretty sure that this was where the Lady Indians were going to be?
Well, going down to 1A, I was pretty confident. Yeah.
Okay, so going down to 1A, but now Coalfield's not your usual 1A team, are they?
Nope.
Okay, so you having been around the team twice now, or 2 years now, and Tinley told us what the others say. What do you feel like the others would say about this Coalfield game and how important it is?
It's just really big. I mean, if we can beat them, I mean, I guess we could go anywhere. I mean, they're really good. They've got a lot of shooters. They've got people who can work inside the paint. But they're definitely our biggest rival right now.
And your words are respectful to Coalfield. I mean, I think you're showing healthy respect, but I know it's the team that you want to beat the most, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you feel that way too, Tinley? Yeah. So I mean, this is you have to win some games to be a rival, right? So I mean, this is an important game tomorrow night, but it's not the only game that matters, right? I mean, but at this point, it feels like a pretty big game. You would agree with that?
Yeah.
So what's the biggest game you've played in up to this point? Before this Coalfield game tomorrow night, Tinley, what's one that you feel like maybe it was from middle school, but just a game or a rival or a team that you were keyed up to play against?
Probably Huntsville in middle school.
Okay. So the Lady Bears, a couple of
Yeah.
Lady Bears that were here earlier. You guys worked against each other last year. Healthy
Yeah.
respect for them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what about it, Kendall? Is there another team, another rival you've played through the years that you felt the same way?
Definitely Huntsville. I mean, the competition against Huntsville is like the same for us for Coalfield.
Okay. All right. So now one of your fellow sophomores, Maddie Pike, I wasn't there Monday or Tuesday, and now her mom has told me that she wants me to not come tomorrow night because Maddie had played so well on Monday and Tuesday. So can I get permission from you guys that I can come tomorrow night?
Yes.
Okay. No,
Tell him no. He's just going to mispronounce your name.
That was apprehensive, but
No. But seriously, Maddie's had a couple of really good games. And I mean, couple that with Cosby, I mean, that's 3 out of 4 games where she's really found the mark from long range. So just one more question, and that is this. Tinley, tomorrow night, you go to Coalfield, and things are going rough, okay? Maybe it's not the start you want. Maybe you've had a good start, but they're climbing back into it. Who's the player that's going to rally you guys up and get your heads set back on straight and say, let's get this done? Who's the leader?
Probably either Maddie or Cameron. One of the two.
Maddie or Cameron? What about it, Kendall?
I was going to say Maddie. I mean, she just gets heated.
Maddie.
She's worked up.
Where do you think she gets that?
Her dad.
Yeah. I'd say you're probably right. All right. So this is your first time on the round table. I think we should offer you the opportunity to give a shout out to somebody. So Tinley, if you got somebody you want to give a shout out to, I want you to do that, and I don't want you to run the risk of going home and somebody saying, why didn't you shout out to me? So go ahead.
Just anyone?
Anybody. I don't care.
My mom.
Look at that.
Just say my mom.
Yeah, just wave and say her name.
Hey, Chelsea.
Right, Kendall.
I was going to say my mom, too. She's been here through everything. I mean, countless practices. She just drove me everywhere all around the world.
All right. And she put up with your Uncle John L.
Yep.
Yeah, that's saying something.
both of those are good answers, by the way.
That's right.
Yeah, sure. Hey, tomorrow night, Coalfield, who has to be the best on-ball defender for your team? Who has to be the aggressive person on the ball?
Cameron. She's probably going to be guarding one of their best players, so she needs to be really aggressive.
Who has to be the rebounding leader tomorrow night?
I was thinking Larissa or Tinley. Definitely.
What's this?
No.
I want to ask you the same. Who has to be the best rebounder tomorrow night?
Elizabeth or Larissa.
Okay.
but you're there if they need you.
Yeah, if they need me, I'm there.
Sometimes foul trouble crops up down there. So I'd
That's true.
say
That's- So who needs to be the most valuable coming off the bench to be a 6th or 7th person tomorrow night?
she did the 6
She's
7.
6'7".
Yeah,
The 6'7".
what about that?
And it wasn't
That's
intended
great.
to be as that,
Awesome.
because it has no meaning.
That was
You know
very
what it means?
that was very organic.
Yeah.
I was thinking Maddie or Tinley. I mean, they come off the bench and they just do great. They just keep it going how the starters did.
So when I go home tomorrow night and I'll see the Scott High game. But when I get home tomorrow night, I might want to watch a little bit of your What should I be looking for?
Well,
The one thing that the Lady Indians can do well to beat Coalfield.
defense or shooting.
So if you've got one or two hot shooters, you think that speaks well for the team's potential success.
Yes, if we're shooting, I mean, once we start getting all those threes, I mean, no one can stop us, I don't think.
Okay, Tinley.
I agree.
Okay, good enough then.
Hey, guys, I asked Maya Smith and Coach Caldwell back there, coming in as freshmen, who really scared them on the team. So I'm going to ask you the same thing, Tinley. You're a freshman this year coming in, and Tim talked to you about the seniors that have stepped up and helped you out, but which one of those seniors just really scared you a little bit on that first day?
Cameron.
Cameron?
Yeah.
So and you're an old veteran now, but last year as a freshman, how about for you?
Well, we didn't have many seniors, but none of the seniors scared me. It was just Cameron.
Okay. So Cameron's a scary person. That's the
Cameron's
takeaway.
a popular pick here.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been playing this sibling war, trying to get sibling battles started. But I'm going a different direction tonight. I want to ask you if you played 1v1. Okay, so Tinley, I'm starting with you. If you went out on the driveway and 1v1 and it's Tinley Jeffers versus Steve Jeffers, who gets the win?
Me.
Even with his height advantage.
Yeah, he has no chance.
He's kind of an old man now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about if it was a game of horse? Does he have a better chance there?
No, he can't shoot the ball.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Kendall, what about if it's you against Uncle John L. 1v1 in the driveway? Who's going to get the win?
Me, duh.
I start saying I can answer that question.
I love the confidence.
Yeah. He would start snowbirding. That's what he always did when we played pickup. He didn't play defense. Don't let him tell you he did. He was waiting for everybody else to play defense, and he was running. I'm open down the court. So that's his style.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, it's Kendall Duncan and Tinley Jeffers. Thank you guys for joining us. Good luck tomorrow night at Coalfield. Big district game, and hopefully we get to talk about a win this time next week. Another break. When we come back, we'll stay with Oneida basketball and flip to the boys' side. Welcome back to the Roundtable on the IH Sports Network. Alongside Tim Smith and Rick Keaton, I'm Ben Garrett. We're live tonight from the C. Michael Lay Technology Center in Helenwood, talking Oneida basketball now, and we have got Kanan Shoemaker with us. We've also got Drayton Wade. And, Tim, I have called Drayton a senior. I don't even know how many times I've messed that up. So you messed the name up, I messed the grade up. And yeah. So I'll apologize for that, Drayton.
No, it's all right.
All right, so we were going to have these guys on last week. Things didn't work out, but we got it right this week, so glad to have y'all here. Had we been sitting here last week, this is probably a better week to sit and talk because we'd been coming off that Cosby game. So just real quick, I'm going to say, I watched the Cosby game from a distance, and that was a tough ride back. Kanan, tell me about that ride back from Cosby on that long Monday night 2-hour trip back.
Honestly, I've never been more disappointed in myself. I let the team down, but it was a group effort. But I was just thinking about how I could get better. But yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole ride.
Drayton, what about you?
I was honestly thinking about how we didn't really play as a team. It was kind of like we thought we'd show up. It was 1A, and we'd kind of just dominate them. We didn't really know what to expect, so we'd never played them, or at least in a long time.
Right. You guys hadn't personally. Yeah. So, going into last Friday night, we're going to Jellicoe, and people would say, well, what do you think about tomorrow night? And, honestly, I was thinking, after that Monday thing, I don't know. It's going to be hard to pick somebody to go into Jellicoe and win. I don't think you'll fault me on that. I mean, because Jellicoe's a good team. Jellicoe's 2 years removed from making the state tournament in single A, and it's a tough place to play. So I probably was hedging. I thought it was potentially going to be another rough night. Why? What was the difference? Why did you guys come out like you did?
I think through the week at practice, we all came together as a team better. Grady had a really good night, and overall, we passed the ball amazing, and nobody was selfish at all.
Okay, Kanan, what do you think?
If you want to be honest, I remember my middle school days where they took that district championship, and I was very mad at that. So I used that as motivation, and it was a tough place to play, but in warm-ups, I was like, let's go. I was ready. So.
Okay, so now, and you're running point most of the time. You ran the point a lot as a freshman, so that's a tough position to be in. That's almost like the quarterback in football. You know, people can point fingers, and you know things are initiated by you. So your decisions are important in the way you initiate the offense. How do you deal with that pressure of being the person that kind of is having to start the offensive run when you guys set up an offense? I mean, you know, a lot of times y'all are on the run, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you want to do. But when you do come down and set up an offense, what's the pressure like on that?
Well, coming into last year, Alcoa, Austin East, GP, all them, they really helped me this year. For the pressure ain't as bad, so it's not as bad as what it used to be. But you still got that pressure of, oh, you throw a turnover or something like that. But it's not awful, I guess.
Okay. Do you feel a lot of pressure, or do you feel pretty relaxed when you're out there?
There's a little bit moderate, I guess, but not awful.
Okay, Drayton. So playing 2 years in AA and then dropping back down to single A, you talked about how maybe you've overlooked some teams because of that. But what's the biggest difference in those 2A games and the single A games?
2A, the defense was much tougher. They made you pass the ball, or they made you turn it over. 1A, there's not many teams that'll get up in you like that, so it's easier to protect the ball. And 2A helped with being able to protect the ball, made you learn how to protect it better and set up plays.
So the Jellicoe game, with 4.5 minutes to go, it's a 14-point lead, and they were able to cut back into that. And we did some nice things, in my opinion, taking some clock down. I mean, that's something I haven't seen us successfully execute as well as I think we did against Jellicoe a lot late in that, where you were at the corners and getting those passes there. But then what about the comeback that they had there? What has to go differently to keep them from climbing back into it?
We took a couple shots that we didn't need, and I think we needed to break the press, slow down, and just run some clock, not speed up. They wanted us to speed up, and that's what we did, and that's how they were able to come back.
Had you all done that much before, Kanan? Did you all practice that slowing it down and running the corners last year, or is that something new this year? Or?
Yes, we started a little bit this year. We ain't worked enough on it, if you want me to be honest, but we're getting a lot better at it, and if it comes down to that tomorrow, I think we'll be better prepared than what we were at Jellicoe. So
it's very different from anything I've seen Oneida do in a while, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
Usually you want to get out and run. Push is the word that I hear a lot of times. You ever hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So as a sophomore, this is your first time on the round table. As a sophomore, you came in as a freshman last year. Who was an upperclassman that kind of made you feel comfortable, welcomed you in, and made you feel part of the team? You can have more than one person, but I'm just –
Honestly, it's the whole team, where Dad was an assistant coach. I was kind of just always around him. So it's a little easier for me than some other people. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably say being Grady or Drayton. They were all just there and picked me up when I was down or something. So.
Okay. All right. So, Drayton, you've got a big stretch coming up. Coalfield, they've got some turnover in the coaching ranks and some players that aren't there anymore, but you can't take them for granted on their floor. You've got Coalfield, then you've got an Oliver Springs team that took you to overtime coming in on Tuesday. And then if you can get those two, you get a chance to go to Sunbright. It's a big week coming up for the Indians. What's the most important thing for you guys to do better in these next 3 games?
We just got to keep moving the ball. We can't let it stick. Move the ball until we get an open shot or a good look, and or even a good matchup. Once we get a good matchup, then you play a little one-on-one. But other than that, just keep moving the ball till we get a good shot.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you this. So we had a few failures to launch. I think it was in that game on Tuesday night. We had a couple of attempted dunks that just didn't quite go. So
Was one of them Canaan?
No,
You know it.
Canaan reined it in. He did not. But and I'm not. Look, I never dunked it. So I mean,
Neither.
I'm not shooting arrows at anybody. But I'm going to ask it this way: a positive. Who is going to be the person that is next to throw one down successfully? Grady did at Jellicoe, right?
It'll be Jesse.
Do you count Grady's?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so Grady threw one down at Jellicoe, and it seemed like maybe got under the skin. So who's going to be the next one to do it?
I think it'll be Jesse. He's been wanting one for a while. I mean, he's wanting me to give it to him down the lane so he can dunk on somebody. I mean, I think it'll be him. He's really wanting it.
As a side note, that game Tuesday night, Eagleton, Jesse, when he came in with a purpose, didn't he? I mean, that's about the best version of Jesse Zachary I've seen in a long time. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
What do you think the difference was?
Before, I think he was worried about looking fancy down in the paint, and I think he finally realized that his moves are so good that it just takes one, and he's at the goal. He can score off one move, and that's it.
I mean, that was something to watch against Eagleton, and I don't know if there's anybody that can stop that version of Jesse in our district. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
All right, Canaan. Now, I'm not going to ask you. Well, I'll go ahead and ask you. Who's the next one to throw one down? Do you agree? Is it going to be Jesse or somebody else?
Ben gets more fast breaks than Jesse, so it might be Ben.
Is that because Ben doesn't play defense? He gets back quicker, or what's causing him to get back there quicker?
Well, I don't really know. I just know Ben's always down the court when I get the ball, so.
Something's happening.
Something's happening, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Canaan, let me ask you this question. So you've got a couple of talented parents. Your dad is a talented coach, and your mother is a talented singer. I know that because she sang the national anthem several times at school, and she does an outstanding job of that. Can you do either one of those things?
Yeah.
Which one?
Both.
You could do both?
Yeah.
So when are we going to hear you sing the national anthem?
Oh, well, I don't know about the national anthem. But
You can sing, but not the national anthem.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. What would you sing if if we had a karaoke night here on the round table next time you're here?
Let's do it.
I think it'd be fun to do. I'm in for it. What would be the song Canaan would sing? You just bring everybody to their feet with what?
Golly.
He comes from a singing musical family anyway, right?
Yeah, there'd be a lot of options. I don't really know, if you want to be honest. I'd say let's go Let Me Down Easy by Billy Currington. I don't know if you guys know that, but.
Billy Currington. All right. Let Me Down Easy. So next time you're here, that's what we're going to go with, all right?
Okay.
You're calling your shot. What about coaching? Would you coach one day?
I think so, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Drayton, if you were doing, do you do karaoke? Would you sing?
No.
But if you did, what would it be?
I don't know. I've never really sang in front of anybody.
Okay. Rick?
Put your analytical hats on out here. Each one of you, give me 3 keys to pick up a win tomorrow night at Cofield.
You want me to go first?
No, I want Drayton to go first
Okay.
because the
Okay.
coach's son is going to nail it, I'm sure, with your
okay.
confidence.
Defense. Talking on defense, talking on offense too. Finish around the rim and making shots.
Defense, rebounding, but we gotta make shots. We didn't really make shots against Sunbright in close games, so shots, rebounding, defense, definitely.
Who on the Cofield team do you have to control? It may be hard to shut him down, but who do you have to control?
Waylon Burgess.
Waylon Burgess.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, guys, last week we were going to have you all on, and we didn't make it because your practice ran long. Coach King got on y'all a little bit. Now, I don't need to know if he –
It paid off.
Well, so I don't know
Right.
if he was directing his ire at anybody individually, and I don't need to know. That's none of my business. But what did he say to you guys as a team? You had a really good week. Tim just said it paid off. What was the message that he drove home last Thursday night?
That day, we were particularly lazy, and I think he was worried that we weren't going to be prepared for the game.
And so it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So was it just the staying extra 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it was? Is that all it took?
Yeah.
Oh.
It definitely got heads over behind him.
So can either of you, and this is probably, I just have a feeling that you're going to be the guy right here. Can either of you do a Jacob King impression?
No, I won't do one.
You won't do one, but you have one. Is that what you're really saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, it starts with the hands out like this, doesn't it? This is first.
How does he stay so laid back, Drayton?
They don't.
No one has ever accused him of that. All right, Drayton.
I got one
yes.
question. What's a good model car? You think a 2003 Nissan is a good one to? That's a good car. I kind of keep it back there with you guys a lot. Have you been working on it?
No, I haven't.
Okay. They said William and Waylon have been
Oh,
taking
God.
the lead on my car. How confident should I be that I'm going to be driving it soon?
I wouldn't be very confident.
All right, Drayton Wade, Kane Shoemaker, thank you guys for joining us. Good luck tomorrow night at Coalfield. One last break. We'll be back for our final segment right after this. Welcome back to the Roundtable, our final segment tonight as we come to you live from the C. Michael Lake Technology Center in Helenwood, and we are joined by the brothers Washam. Maybe the first time we've had siblings on. I don't know.
On the same.
At the same
Right,
time,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So this is Landon. He is a junior. This is Isaiah. He's a senior. And Rick, you always say every night as the broadcast starts, football, basketball, who do you want to see have a standout game? Isaiah was your pick the other night because you said it's time for him to score some points. Isaiah scored some points against Union County. The offense came alive.
I was happy. I think they were more happy, but I was certainly happy with that. And it just seems like Ben started. Just seems like you've deferred to others this year, and I think you've got the ability to shoot outside, to drive the lane, everything. Am I wrong to say that you've just deferred, or has there been something wrong with Isaiah that we don't know about?
I feel like I've took a step back when it comes to scoring the ball, which I don't need to. You know, they tell me, my coaches tell me every day, you know, you need to get downhill, you need to find your spots, and I'm just not. So that's on me.
So the intent now is to pick it up in the games coming up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Landon, I might have said the same thing about you 4 games ago, that we needed to see Landon Washam. You did the other things. You rebound. You know, you're in there playing defense. But I said we need to see some points out of Landon Washam. And Landon has sort of came alive, too, in the last 3 games.
Yeah, I've really been scoring the ball pretty decent, but sometimes I got to hit my layups. I've really been getting in my head about the layups most of the time, so I need to stop thinking about it too much, I think.
I was thinking about this afternoon. You know, you've always played organized ball. Older brother's always been there. He's a senior. Have you given any thought to what it's going to be like? You may love it that he won't be there next year, but have you given any thought to what it'd be like with all these seniors graduating?
Yeah, it's going to suck. I mean, I've been playing basketball with them for like my whole life. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but it's going to suck a little bit not seeing my older brother and all of them on my side. So.
Isaiah, does he give you that much love at home and stuff that he just did there?
No.
Okay, well, this is a great chance for you to hear it in public right now. So he's officially on the record doing that. The season, before you know it, it's going to be over with. You're a senior.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you right now?
Well, I feel like we owe a lot of people a district championship, and if we don't do that, you know. So I mean, our freshman year, we were the team that everybody talked about.
In 4 years.
Yeah, in 4 years. So I feel like we owe people something, and we owe ourselves something. So
I'm glad you finished it up. We owe ourselves something because the potential is still. It was like the Union County game there. Now the potential is.
Yeah.
I don't know where, but it's way up the ladder someplace. And you have to take on all 4 opponents again in the district. Starts in Anderson County, then Clinton next week. 2 teams made it a little rough on you, especially at home, and now we've got to go there. Tell us about the preparation and what you think is important for the boys starting tomorrow night at Anderson County.
Well, we have to, we have to do our jobs. We have to do what we're supposed to do. We have to go in there and take care of business and, not get too rattled up.
Not let them rattle you. So you have to be composed. And certainly when you get to Clinton next week, you have to be very composed there on that floor.
Yes, sir.
What about Landon? What do you think we have to do?
I mean, I think we got to rebound. They dominated us on the glass. Me and White got to help box out. Everybody's got to come down and help us rebound too.
I'm just going to concentrate on Anderson County because the first game is the next game, and it's the most important game. You got the win, first district win against Union County. Is the team capable, speaking for the seniors, is the team capable of going on this run, you think, so we can challenge for that first or second spot in the district?
Yes, sir. And we also drew a 1, so for tiebreakers, we're automatically, ahead of somebody.
Wow.
But we've got to – it'd be nice to win out, but tomorrow is the biggest game, so we can break even with AC.
Is there anybody, Landon, that you want to see have a good game tomorrow night and through the rest of the year? Maybe somebody coming in off the bench. Brady's been doing well off the bench. Jacob's been doing well off the bench. Is there somebody that you see coming in the game that needs to give us a big spurt, a big push?
Definitely Brady. He hustles a lot. That's what we really need. He also cuts really, really hard, and he gives us a lot of backdoors and cuts. He scores the ball pretty decent around the rim.
He's a junior just like you, so he's going to be back next year to play with you. Okay. Your assessment of Brady or Jacob or whoever needs to come in?
Well, Brady, we did not expect this from him this year. He just got in a couple games. We gave him a chance. He defended well, and he did all the little things, and that's what we need.
He's a ball hawk. He's always around the ball, whether
He
it's
is.
trying to go for a rebound or playing out somewhere on the perimeter.
Yes,
He's
sir.
always there.
Mm-hmm. And then Brennan, Brennan's been giving us good minutes, good hard minutes. Then Jacob, Jacob's been he's a really hard, he's a really good defender, and he needs to give us some rebounds and stuff like that. So.
Well, you mentioned Brennan. Seemed like I was talking with the coach maybe 2 weeks ago, and he said, Brennan gets in there, and he's not really looking to shoot.
No, he don't.
But he's got all kinds of length and talent around the rim,
does.
and he can actually step outside and shoot the three.
Yeah.
Are you guys pushing him any to get a bigger role?
Yeah. He gets down there and he just passes it out, and that's not what he needs to do. He's fully capable, and none of us are going to be mad if he shoots it down there. So he just needs to go up, and he needs to be strong. And then he's hit a couple outside the past 2 games, and it's been big.
Have been big, coming big opportunities there for him. Let's talk about everybody else. Be a good time for us to bring it up right now. The Knox Sentinel, Knox News, has a poll going on right now. It's probably got it for girls too, but it's the most valuable basketball player in the first half of the season, and Wyatt Lloyd is on that list, receiving a lot of votes. I've been voting, and I know you guys have been voting.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about that, Wyatt Lloyd, and what he brings to the team. We talk about his length. That's the first thing that strikes me. I mean, he's got this 7-foot wingspan, doesn't he, and stuff like that. Let's talk about him and his value to the team going forward.
Yeah, he's one of the most skilled players, in my opinion. I mean, he can do everything, and he gives us so much, and he's a lot more unselfish than what people think. He wants you to score more than he does himself, and that's what I like about Wyatt. And he's got so many abilities, and he brings so much to us and so much energy. So,
okay, Landon, let's take it over to you. The other guy, Landon Goodman. What does he bring to the team, and what does he need to bring going forward?
He's really smart. He can shoot the 3 ball pretty well, obviously. He's done that for his whole life. But he has a really good IQ, so he does pretty good with us.
Let's talk about the other starter. That'd be Mr. Jump Out of the Gym, Jagan Morgan. I don't think there's anybody that he feels he can't out-jump on the floor.
Jagan's he's one of the best players I've ever seen just be able to jump vertical like the way he does. And he gets downhill so well. And that first step, nobody can guard it. If he has a step on you, you're not getting back in front of him. And
quite a good one-on-one defender, is he not?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Of course, you go up against him a little bit in practice, so you know what a type defender he is.
It's rough.
On that. I want to ask you before I lose my thought. As a senior, what are you going to do after high school?
I've already enlisted to the Army.
I think I was told that a couple of weeks ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And my
Following the family
Yeah.
coat of arms.
Go tell them where you're headed to.
I'm heading to Benning, and then after that, I'm going to Hawaii.
And we're all coming to visit.
Okay.
You got that straight. And matter of fact, one of my good friends, he spent 3 years in the service in Hawaii. So, yeah, that would be something. You don't have to worry about inviting us. We'll just show up
Okay.
on that. But I know you still got a year to go, but will it be military for you?
No, I'm not built for that.
Y'all have a couple of younger siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about their prowess. Maybe one of them's even playing tonight. Tell us about their future as athletes and basketball players.
Well, Jackson, he can handle the ball. We just need him to grow.
Uh-huh.
And, if he grows and he shoots up, I think he'll be a really good basketball player. And Knox, if he keeps working on it, I think he'll be taller than Landon, in my opinion. And he's more skilled and he has a better jump shot than any of us. But he's just got to work. He's got to have a work ethic.
So how much time you spend with him outside and in the gym working with those two?
Well, Jackson a little bit more because Knox is still pretty young, but quite a bit of time. We go in the sky and shoot and do some things. We used to do it every Wednesday, so that was nice. But
I'm going to prepare you for what Ben's going to ask you. He's going to ask about, who's the best when you two guys go one-on-one with each other. Do you still do that now?
Sometimes, but I think I've got the edge on him every time. But
I'm still leaving a few because you can compare with somebody else, and I know that's where you're going to go.
It's definitely me. I got the length. I got the height. He's too little.
We ain't played
got the looks.
Yeah. He's too little.
I like the way he just said that. He's too little. I mean, that's just real matter of fact there like that. You guys are good as brothers, and it's not often. I mean, we see brothers seems like, but we don't see them back-to-back classes. I see a sophomore, senior, freshman, or something like that, but we don't see them very often. It's my mic here, guys. So you just have to bear with me. But has it been a pleasure? I'm assuming it's been a pleasure all these years to get to play together.
Yeah, it has. Having your little brother play with you from the time you're little all the way up. It's been awesome. And not many people get to experience that. So
I can understand that. Go right ahead, guys.
So you're going to the Army. Yeah. Tell me about that decision. When did you make that decision and why?
Well, I already had it planned out, and I feel like it's an honor thing. I feel like it's something that I've always wanted to do, and yeah.
I think it's awesome, and thank you for that. I just think that's a great thing. So, tell me, as Rick said, this senior year, you've got just a few games left. You've got your sights set on you're wanting to win a district regular season. You're talking about winning the draw for the one and all that. So you've got the tiebreakers and things like that. But the nice thing about basketball is if you don't get the regular season, it's not like football. You can't win the district.
Yeah.
You can win a district tournament championship. Which would mean more to you?
Definitely a district at the tournament. That would be big. A couple of years ago, we went on a big run, and we had a taste of what that would feel like. And then, against AC, we lost. But that would be really nice. We need it. So.
Okay, and so I'm going to ask you this, and then get you Landon here. But I asked the question of the Oneida girls a few minutes ago when things are going tough, the tide's turning, maybe the other team's starting to surge, come back, or you need to do something to come back in this game. Who's the leader on the court? Who's the player that's going to rally you guys up? And how do they do it?
It's Wyatt. He shows a lot of emotion. He's an emotional guy, and he shows a lot of emotion and gets us hyped up. And he'll go get a bucket for us or something, or somebody will get a big stop, and he's always there to pat you on the back and stuff like that. So. Well,
sitting here with Wyatt the other night, I mean that kind of came through. I haven't been around him a lot, but I mean, I would almost say anger. It's like it's an anger. It's we're going to do this. I mean,
he leads the team in technical fouls. By the way.
Well,
so, there you go.
Not a shot. Okay, so Landon, you talked about the competition with your brother here, and you've got younger brothers. What do you all compete on? Do you compete on video games, or do you play like board games or anything at home, or is it always just basketball?
Well, we play video games too. I'm probably the best gamer out of all of them too. So.
Okay, tell me your games that you're good at.
I'm good at 2K and Madden. I kick everybody's hunt in at the house.
What do? Take the Eagles or something and just push for 4 yards on every play?
I'll usually beat them with a pretty decent team like Tampa Bay or something like that. I usually beat them pretty bad.
So why do you have such a confidence problem? I don't. No, I mean I think it's awesome that you're confident. So tell me how confident you are that the Highlanders are going to take and turn the tide this season and take this district and go into the district tournament. I mean, how confident are you in these seniors and their ability to do that?
I'm pretty confident. I mean, we all have a role. We all have to play our role. Watts is to score the ball. Jagan is to play lockdown defense and get downhill. Isaiah's is to play make, get downhill as well. I'm really might be the youngest, but I feel like I need to get downhill and also hit a few shots, and Goody needs to hit shots too.
So you got Anderson County tomorrow night. That's when it starts. What's the biggest problem they present you?
Definitely rebounding. They crush the boards a lot. We need to box out. We need to get Rocky off the boards. Number 12, I don't know his name, but we need to get him off the boards too.
All right. Well, best of luck, guys. I'm just impressed with the way you guys handle yourselves, the confidence, and I think Sky High's in good hands tomorrow night. Go get one.
Now, I want to back up to something you said earlier, and that is y'all don't know us anything or anybody out there anything. Y'all go get a district for yourselves, and we'll enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
But you don't know us anything. All right. Now, the question. Y'all know the question I'm going to get to, right? The question I've been waiting to ask, okay? And it's this. If I'm a referee, okay, and I call a foul on Landon, because Isaiah never fouls. Yeah. I call a foul on Landon, right? And who's going to intimidate me the most when they get on me, get on my case? Is it going to be mom or dad?
Probably mom.
By the way, Tim mentioned the competition at home, and you talked about video games, basketball. Obviously, I can't ask that question. Rick stole it. What about? I mean, you guys can go at it like boxing too, right?
we have a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen, true story, at soccer games, I've seen Jackson and Knox, and they're just throwing hands, and they're not even mad at each other. They're just doing it for fun. Is that what y'all do in the Washam household?
Yeah, usually.
I really thought you were going to say Isaiah or Landon against Aaron in his prime. Who would win?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, pick one of these two guys. It's going to be one of them.
Well, you ask Aaron, and you might get a different answer there. But I mean, I will say this. Few people know this. Aaron went in the service right after high school to their father, right after high school too. Matter of fact, he graduated from high school. He was 16. I think he just turned 17, maybe the month. Maybe in June or something like that after he graduated.
Well, I think he turned that August into his he turned that August going into his senior year. Yep. So
I mean, so he was young when he graduated and went into the military.
Yeah. Well, he ended up going in at 25, I think.
Okay.
So let's staying on that theme. So Tim and Rick both talked about what you're going to do after high school and going in the military, and Tim asked why. You didn't really expand on that, but that is really, and not just Aaron, your father, but it's a family tradition, isn't it?
Dad had a big part in it, just seeing how much, I looked up to my dad and what he was doing and going overseas and stuff like that. It was a big honor thing, and, just it was a lot of respect.
Yeah,
so.
Uncles and grandparents all have that military history. So yeah.
All right. So I had a question. All right. Tim asked the other guys from Oneida, who's going to dunk the ball? Okay, and I'm not going to ask him. I want to ask you. Who do you think is going to be the first person to dunk the ball this year?
I think it'll be Jagan.
You think so?
Yes.
So not this guy with the 15-foot wingspan. He's shaking his head. You think it's going to be you?
Oh, yeah. I tried one against Union County the other day.
Yeah? Didn't turn out well?
I met a dude at the rim.
Did we remember that? I don't remember that.
I remember it. I thought he was going to do it, but it sort of came off and got another hand up there on it, sort of roll and then drop in. So. All
right, real quick. So we were talking to Goody last week when he was on. And I said I remember him being P War, and I'm not going to repeat what your nickname was because this is, it's not G-rated. Why didn't you get a nickname?
Honestly, I don't know. I guess they didn't give me one. Scott, Toby, and them.
Give us an update on Emma Carroll. We've had her on the round table before. She's off at Ball State, and I mentioned her because she's on the dance team there. So how's she enjoying it?
She's liking it a lot. she's having fun. She's busy all the time, so that's rough. She don't get to come home a lot. But
Yeah. So how many trips have you made there?
oh, I know. I think I made 4. I think I made 4.
Yeah. All right.
So-
So
I think he came back and one of them had a haircut.
yeah.
all right. So Landon, Isaiah Washington, guys, good luck tomorrow against Anderson County. And next week as well, get that district championship. That's going to do it for us tonight. We thank you for joining us. We invite you to join us tomorrow night. 5:30 is our broadcast start time for our doubleheader, Scott at Anderson County and Oneida at Coalfield. For Greg Bond, for Tim Smith, for Rick Keaton, for Leetta Boyd, I'm Ben Garrett. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.